This is a 7-foot light stand? Yes! Those of you who've been watching my channel know that this is the most lightweight one-piece light stand, ready-to-go light stand that you can get. It's a Sunfo 7-foot light carbon fiber light stand. It's only 1.2 pounds, that's 555 grams, super lightweight. I take this when I travel. The only thing is, it's kind of long. I can't fit it. What I want to do is fit something into this. So as you know, those who've been watching my channel know that I developed several little formulas for making tiny little light stand, multi-piece light stands you put together that fit into a little bag like this. One of them is using several of these things that you screw together. It has a ball head on top of it. So I put that on there. And then I get my little Aoka tripod, carbon fiber, ultra light. This is my base. I haven't gotten to the good stuff yet. I'm going to show you my new exciting find, thanks to somebody's suggestion, in a moment. But I want to show you what I've been using. So here's my base. And here's the stand. It screws on there like that. And voila. That right here fits into this. Plus a camera and an AD100 flash or some kind of video light, all into this little thing. That's my whole thing, is lightweight, small, portable for traveling. That doesn't this to me is too long if I'm trying to be incognito walking around town, you know, or places where they require permits or something. And I don't want to look like I'm ready to whip out a 7-foot light stand. So, plus I like lightweight. So anyway, this is what I was using. Another version was my favorite V-Rig TP13. This thing here and my little stand. So this is another version of the tripod. Look at that. This is a 7-foot light stand right here. Instead of 3 pieces, this is 2 pieces. If you want to have, instead of 2 pieces for the stand and just 1, instead of using the little 15-inch base, use a 28-inch base. Look how wide that support is there. So now you just have the base and my TP13. For some of you, this is high enough. But if you want to go up that extra bit, you just click it to this setting. And now you've got the optimal height for a light stand. And that's a pretty good size base. So here we have a 2-piece. We got just this and the base. So that's what I've been using up until now. Here's our new thing. We have a suggestion from Seekers of Unity. I like that. That's a nice name. He suggested what he likes to use is a couple of lights. These things here, these are by a company called Mayran. I've never heard of this, very obscure name. And these things are super lightweight. They have a 150 centimeter one and a 170 centimeter one. They're so lightweight, it's ridiculous. These are even more lightweight than the ones I was using. And when they're collapsed, the 150 centimeter one is 11 inches closed, that's 28 centimeters. And the 170 centimeter one is 13 inches closed, which is 33 centimeters. It's not as short as the ones that I like to use, but considering these are just 1-piece stands ready to go, that's pretty amazing. 150 centimeter, which is the 5-foot one, can go on that base. And on the smaller base, it's here. It's like forehead level, which is actually pretty good considering I'm using the small, low base. That's pretty darn good. The 170 millimeter one, 6 feet, that's 71 inches. You put that on this base, and now look at this. That is amazingly tall. This is just a 2-piece little thing. All this is, and it's pretty sturdy, actually, because some people are going to say, I know that some people are going to say, well, what about these things here? You see a lot of these out there where you have these 1-piece things with these flimsy little flat plastic bases. These things are so flimsy. They're like, yeah, they're lightweight and everything. I mean, you can use this for a GoPro, but you can't put like a serious anything on top of this that weighs anything. So I don't use these for anything but a GoPro. Let's take my well making here. This has got the battery, a 14-volt battery stuck on the side. This is what I've been using for the Ulanzi EC65. With the battery. Let me use a shorter one here. This is the 150 centimeter one. For those of you who know how I'll do my vlogging, the lights are always just above my forehead. So this is the perfect height. And I can have one here and one here. This is perfect. All I need is this little base right here and the stand. And I've got one vlogging light, and I'm going to have a second one here. This is the 150 centimeter one, which is the short one. $24 for the short one and $27 for the longer one. So yeah, look at this. I got a decent light. This is an 80 watt light right here. The one I use while making, this is my most used light that I use over any other vlogging light. And got the battery and everything. Now, some of these new ones that require a D-tap or a USB battery, I don't know. That's too much weight probably for up here. You need a cord to go down to the ground where you have your battery on the ground or something. I wouldn't hang a battery or anything, a D-tap or a PD USB battery. That's too much weight. But this is a 14 volt, this is an NP size 14 volt battery, or the EC 65. It's got a little lightweight battery. This is really lightweight. This is only like 580 grams for this whole thing. So that's what these are made for, or an AD100 or something like that, flash. But look at this. This is really great. What I just showed you collapses down to that. This is just two pieces. It's got this rubber handle. So first thing I do is take a razor blade and take the rubber thing off. I just took 5 grams off of this. This was 140 grams, and when I took the rubber thing off, it's now 135 grams. Every little bit counts when you're traveling. It's amazing how little stuff like this adds up. So now I have this down to 135 grams and 11 inches, or 160 grams at 13 inches close. Really, really lightweight. Thank you, Seekers of Unity, for suggesting these. So now I've got a super lightweight, this 6.5 foot stand is 430 grams. Now that's a travel stand. And there's different bases you can get. There's like, here's one by Kulihata. It's another one that I like to use. You know, it can go, I mean, there's some pretty wide bases, really, really sturdy, with a 1/4 thread that you could just stick your thing on and then just pull up your stand. So look at that. Look how sturdy that is. But some of you might ask, can you put rocks on this to weight it down? No, you can't put rocks on delicate carbon fiber, but they have these little hooks down here underneath the middle that you just attach something heavy in the middle center of gravity to weight it down. There you go. Ultralight stands for traveling, hiking, when every ounce counts and every inch counts. And you don't want to look like you're carrying professional photography or video gear. A lot of this, like I said, fits into stuff like this. That is cool. With a camera, a light, and a stand in a little pouch like this. Ready to go into the world. You just look like a tourist. Nobody takes you seriously when you have something little like that. All right. Thank you again for the suggestion. If you guys have any other suggestions, let me know. I share it with you so we can enjoy photography and video and lights together. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.